Take 3 in the quest for Moth Extra. Alright. Hello everyone, and yeah, as I said, we are doing Moth Extra today. It's been a long time since I've made an LP vid, but I am back and ready for more. So let's just go ahead and hop right in. I'm gonna be using Reimu B because she is actually the only one I have this unlocked with, so yeah, there's that. So yeah, Moth Extra, it starts off with this streaming section, which you can just kind of do some weird POCs for. I don't know if that was the best way to do that section, but it is a way to do it anyway. So yeah, it's kind of been a while since I've really seriously played this stage. I did do a take, like 2 takes earlier, but I'm on my 3rd take. I should be talking about the stage itself. This is bad commentary. Oh well. That part was streaming, so you just stream everything. This part, kill the fairy in the middle, and then kill the things that come from the side. It starts on the left, and then the next wave is gonna come from the right. So just know that, and you'll be fine. Alright, and then you've got this section where enemies are coming from the bottoms of the screen. What I like to do is I like to wait a little bit on the side and then go underneath them. That way I can try to kill them as soon as I can, because I don't want them to flood the screen too much. And then you've got the circular streaming. If you're aggressive enough, you can kill these big fairies pretty quickly, but it requires you to be a little aggressive with them. Yeah. Just trying to kill them and kill as many as possible so I can get as many items as I can. I didn't manage to kill them all, that sucks, but oh well. I killed enough of them. And then Kaneko is our mid-boss. Yeah, you'll see why she's a mid-boss later. You might have noticed we're at the shrine. So she starts off with, yeah, this is a non-spell by the way, it's just kind of random dodging. And it's kind of weird because she uses a background in a non-spell, like a spell card background in a non-spell, which I don't understand, but yeah, it's kind of weird. Then you've got this spell, which is kind of like weird streaming. It's just kind of going in the lanes, but the lanes are so easy to spot that it's really not difficult in the slightest. The second spell, things start coming from the side. They're like little green leaves, but then they'll turn gray. And when they turn gray, that's when they'll start aiming at you. So just when they start transforming, just start streaming them. You can do like a restream like I did there, but just like moving down at the right time. And then this third spell, go to the very left after you damage her in the middle, and then just slowly stream across the screen. Basically, yeah, it's a streaming spell. Kaneko will follow your horizontal position, and you can misdirect her and such like that. And yeah, you shouldn't have to restream if you're damaging her the whole time. So yeah, there's that. And then after Kaneko, you get greeted by this little aim section, and then you've got the big fairy in the middle, which you kill it first, and then kill one of these fairies. And then I never can kill that fairy on the right, so I don't bother with it. I just try to kill the one on the right. Alright, and then you've got this streaming section. Just stay high on the screen, because if you stay too far low, they'll expand and it'll be harder to dodge them, because the bullets will widen out as they go across the screen. And then there's another streaming section, except this time it's different. It's like little white pellets instead of green walls. But it's not too bad, just be careful with your restream, but you should only have to restream once on it. And then on the final phase, you don't even have to restream at all, because these are so slow that they won't wall you or trap you. Which is nice. You get power from these fairies right here, by the way. And then, yeah, that was the stage. It was really fast, actually. This stage is really short for some reason, but that's kind of a blessing. So anyway, we are at the boss, and I said before that we were at the shrine, and why are we at the shrine? Well, there was a rumor that Kaneko wasn't the only goddess of this shrine. And it looks like the rumors are true, seeing as we have literally another goddess right here. This is Suwako. She is a frog yokai. And yeah, basically she used to be the original owner of the shrine, the original goddess. It's called the Moria Shrine. Her last name is Moria. So it makes sense until Kaneko took over. But I guess they both kind of like share the shrine now. So yeah. She is Sane's descendant, I believe, which is why Sane is considered to be a living god. And yeah, just like any other extra boss, she's gonna be long and have tons of spells and all that. And you might notice that I'm directly above her, and there's a reason for that. On her first spell, there's a glitch where the lasers will like aim at where you started Suwako's fight at, so you can like do a cheese strat if you start above her. So yeah, let's just go ahead and begin. I'll move back down as quickly as possible so I don't get cucked by the rings as she starts firing. So yeah, let's see. I think it should work. Is it gonna work? Oh, it didn't necessarily work the way I wanted. I guess I moved down too quickly. Oh well, it's no big deal. Anyway, yeah, basically you might notice that the lasers aren't even coming at me and they're not even a threat. That's because of the fact that I did that weird cheese strat. So I don't even have to worry about the lasers. This spell's not really too hard anyway, so you don't need to cheese it, but I did it anyway just to show it off. The second non is some bizarre streaming thing. The blue stuff is aimed and then the red stuff is like, I don't know if it's static or random, but it's not too bad. Alright, and then the second spell is kind of annoying. She forces you to move upwards, and then you have to like dash through a ring. As Reimu, it's not too bad, but it can be annoying as Marissa. Be careful of the weird laser hitboxes too, because they can really surprise you. The third non is gonna be like Sanae's nons, except I guess since Suwako is like the ancestor. Oh, did I say she was a descendant earlier? I meant ancestor, but anyway, since she's the ancestor of Sanae, then technically Sanae took it from Suwako. Anyway, Moria's Iron Ring. What I did at the start was I waited as long as I could under her before moving to the top of the screen, and then waiting again as long as I can before moving back down. Basically, there's like some weird aiming component in this spell, so you want to just repeat this process over and over again until she goes down. And as long as you do that, you should never get walled. I could have probably killed it there, but I wanted to play it safe by doing another cycle, so that's what I did. Better safe than sorry, am I right? Alright. And now she's going to go back to blue amulets, except this time they're just completely aimed at you, which is really easy and nice. Alright, and what's next? Oh yeah, it's Jade of the Horrid River. So this spell, stay at the bottom at the beginning, and then kind of move through this gap, and then start streaming downward. Yeah. And then it should die in, like, the next wave. Yeah. It's a weird trick spell, but as long as you know that trick, it should be fine. Here's another iteration of the second non. I don't even know if it's any different from the second non, because it looks exactly the same, but there's probably some weird difference. Snake eats the croaking frog. This is a really cool and pretty spell. So basically, you have to get into the gaps and then, like, circle around the boss. Yeah, I always like spells that require circling and stuff. I think they're really cool. Yeah. Not too bad. Although the gaps you get are random, so that can be a little bit annoying. Alright, now for another Sanae non. Really not too bad. Just left, right, left, right. What's next? Oh yeah, 7 stones, 7 trees, I think it was called. This spell, the lasers are static, so you can just memorize a laser safe spot and stay in that safe spot the entire time. And then just kind of dodge the jelly beans that come at you. It's not a difficult spell. It can just last a long time if you're not really that aggressive with your damage. I'm being a little bit too cautious, but, you know, like I said before, better safe than sorry. Alright, now for more streaming nons. Yeah. Suwako, like, has a lot of repetition in her nons, actually. I wonder if there's any difference between this and the other blue non. Maybe it's faster. What's next? Oh yeah, the random dodging one. Okay, so, yeah, this, I think it's called Froggy Braves the Elements. What you want to do is you want to try to stay high on the screen and not hug the bottom, because if you hug the bottom, you could get walled. So yeah, just try to be aggressive, be aggro, and don't bottom hug, and you should be fine. Alright, now for the weird green non-spell, which is actually just streaming. It's all aimed at you. Yeah. It's kind of weird on the eyes, though, I must admit. Alright, now for the first of 2 timeouts. This timeout, she, like, sends out a clone which aims at you, so you can do some weird zigzag movement or something to misdirect it. It's weird, but yeah. It's not hard at first, but it gets hard because she summons a second clone. yeah. But as long as you keep doing the zigzag thing, you should be fine. The clones, if you know how they act, you can use that to your advantage and misdirect them and such. Alright, now for the second timeout, which is more tedious and probably more difficult overall, but only because of like the last 10 seconds. It's one of those attacks. You know what I'm talking about. The attacks which are just easy and boring for most of it, but then like at the last few seconds it gets intense. Anyway, how it works, since we have a lot of time to explain. She'll start off by doing this weird river stream formation with the rice bullets, and then she'll fire these little rings at you. Every odd wave of rings is random, every even wave of rings is aimed, and it alternates. And as long as you know that, then you should be good. The only problem is that at the very, very, very end, the waves, like, if you notice, the waves get faster and faster, and at the end they start overlapping. But it doesn't get hard until that part. So yeah, at around 18 seconds or so, no, not now, but at around, yeah, 18 seconds, you want to prepare to move towards the top middle, and then you want to start streaming downward until the end of the timer. If you do that, you should be able to end it before the things reach you, the red stuff reaches you. So yeah, you just want to stream down, and there you go, yeah. Now for the last spell, so this is basically a remix of that one Aaron spell, Hora Elixir, and Final A of IN. You know the last spell, the timeout spell? We saw something like this in that. So basically this is that, but for the entire spell. It gets faster and more rings start spawning, so it gets a little bit intense at the end, but it should be fine. You don't have to go in the corner, and you don't want to go in the corner actually. Just stay in the middle and finish it off, I guess. It's not too bad, although it can be a little bit unsettling on the eyes, I guess. But there you go. Awesome. One of the easier final extra spells, actually, because I know a lot of final extra spells get a little intense at the end. Like, QED gets really intense. Bolag can get kind of intense, too, with how the gaps spawn. I guess Moko's wasn't too bad, although there was a weird thing on that one timeout spell of hers. But yeah, Sawako's last spell is pretty easy. Most of her difficulty actually stems from those 2 survival cards. So yeah, that was Moth. And then next time, we'll be taking a journey underground. Thanks for watching.